Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 800 micrograms LSD. The day my toaster held a TED Talk, and I took notes. I wasn't expecting much when I dropped 800 micrograms of LSD on a quiet Sunday morning. Just a solo trip, some introspection, maybe a bit of art making, nothing too wild. But the universe had other plans. About an hour in, as the walls started breathing and colors morphed like liquid rainbows, my toaster suddenly became the center stage of the strangest conference I've ever attended. It started with a soft humming noise from the toaster, which quickly escalated into a clear, articulate voice, like Morgan Freeman narrating my breakfast. "Greetings, human," it said in a calm, commanding tone. "I am the toaster, your humble appliance, here to enlighten you on the secrets of bread transformation and existential crumb management." I blinked, not sure if my eyes were playing tricks or if the toaster was actually talking. But there it was, standing tall on the kitchen counter, glowing softly, as if lit from within by some divine breadcrumb-fueled wisdom. Before I knew it, the toaster had launched into a TED Talk about the philosophy of toast. It spoke of the duality of bread, softness and crispness, light and dark, the perfect balance between patience and urgency. Life, much like toast, requires timing. Too short, and you miss the golden glow of potential. Too long, and you burn out into bitterness. It intoned, each sentence punctuated by little bursts of steam that smelled faintly of nostalgia and cinnamon. The walls dissolved around me, replaced by an auditorium filled with other household appliances. My fridge was nodding thoughtfully, the blender gesturing wildly, and the microwave was furiously taking notes on a tiny clipboard. I realized I was no longer in my kitchen, but had somehow entered the world's first appliance conference, hosted entirely on my acid trip. Whoa, well, we are, the toaster continued, weaving tales of crumbs left behind as metaphors for past mistakes, and the art of popping up at just the right moment. It invited questions, and the blender raised its whisk-like arms to ask, "How do you maintain your composure when the heat is on?" Toaster replied, "Through self-regulation and constant recalibration. Much like the heating coils, one must find equilibrium in chaos." I found myself scribbling notes on a notepad that had materialized out of nowhere, jotting down lines like, "Toast your fears gently," and "Burnt edges hold wisdom." The deeper I got into this surreal seminar, the more I realized the toaster's voice wasn't just coming from the machine, but from somewhere inside me, the part that understood transformation and time. Suddenly, the fridge chimed in with a pun about chilling out and preserving freshness, causing the audience to erupt in mechanical laughter. Even the blender attempted a dance, spinning its base like a disco ball. The toaster wrapped up the session with a final, poignant statement. "Remember, every slice of life you toast contributes to the grand mosaic of your existence. Embrace the heat, the pop, and the crumb." As the hallucination gently dissolved, I was back in my kitchen, the toaster silent, but somehow still radiating warmth. I felt oddly inspired, like I'd just attended the most enlightening breakfast talk ever, complete with mechanical colleagues and wisdom baked into every word. I made my toast, perfectly golden this time, and smiled. The day had been weird, profound, and hilarious all at once. My toaster had held a TED Talk, and I'd been the eager student, proof that sometimes, Even the simplest things in life hold cosmic lessons, especially on 800 micrograms of LSD.